This instructional video features a pool with dual outlets. Your pool may have a single outlet. The installation of the saltwater system is the same for pools with single and dual outlets. Thank you for buying an INTEX saltwater system. This system is specially designed for use with above-ground pools. Setting it up is simple and easy, but care must be taken to follow all the instructions and recommendations in this video and in your owner's manual. Failure to do so could result in injury or product damage. Let's take a quick look at the key parts of the saltwater system. The power supply converts AC to the low-voltage DC current. The clear electrolytic cell produces chlorine as salt water passes between the enclosed titanium plates. The flow sensor protects the electrolytic cell by ensuring an adequate flow of water. Please follow these guidelines when setting up your saltwater system. The system requires a separate filter pump with a rate of flow between 700 and 3,000 gallons per hour. The saltwater system must be placed in line after the filter pump. Water should flow from your pool's lower hose connector through the filter pump to the saltwater system and then back into the pool through the upper hose connector. Use salt that is at least 99.8% pure. The purer the salt, the more efficiently the system will clean the water in your pool. Do not use iodized or yellow salt. Do not run the saltwater system or filter pump unless the pool is filled with water to the proper level. Follow these electrical guidelines. You must be able to plug the saltwater system and filter pump into an electrical outlet without using an extension cord. Do not plug the saltwater system or filter pump into an electrical outlet until you have finished setting up both systems. Electrical outlets must be GFCI or RCD protected. Remove the system and all its accessories from the packaging. Check that you have all the parts listed in your manual. Inspect for visible damage. Do not assemble the system if parts are damaged or missing. For replacement parts, please visit our website, www.intexcorp.com. To begin, unplug your filter pump from the electrical outlet. Place the saltwater system in line after the filter pump. With most pools, this will be to the left of the pump as you face the pool. The saltwater system should be close to the filter pump and the system's hose ports should face the pool. If your pool is filled with water, you will need to prevent water from flowing out of the pool before disconnecting any hoses. Filter pump hoses attached to plunger valves with hose nuts simply require closing the valves. Turn the plunger valve handles clockwise until they stop. Hoses with thumb screws require that you replace the inlet jet and strainers inside the pool with the provided black hat-shaped plugs. The strainers are secured to the nozzle with a small Phillips screw. It must be removed before the strainer covers can be unscrewed and replaced with the plugs. Unscrew the inlet jet and place the plug over the nozzle. Once water is blocked from flowing out of the pool, detach the hose from the filter pump's outlet port. For cartridge pumps, this will be the hose at the bottom of the pump. For larger pumps, it will be the hose connected to the filter cartridge. For a hose attached to the pump with a thumb screw, loosen the thumb screw and slide the hose off the port. To detach a hose with hose nuts, unscrew the hose nut. Locate the short hose included with the saltwater system. It connects the filter pump to the saltwater system. Attach the short hose to the saltwater system inlet port first. Tighten the hose nut. Hand tighten only. Do not use any tools. If your filter pump outlet port is threaded, attach the short hose to the port and tighten the hose nut. If your hoses are attached to the pump with thumb screws, you must first attach the B adapter to the filter pump's lower port. Slide the end of the B adapter with the thumb screw over the pump outlet port. Tighten the thumb screw finger tight. Then, attach the short hose from the saltwater system to the B adapter and tighten the hose nut. Connect the hose from the pool's inlet port to the upper port on the left as you face the pool to the saltwater system's outlet port. If your hose has a hose nut, attach the hose to the saltwater system and tighten the hose nut. If the hose has a thumb screw, you must first attach the A adapter to the saltwater system's outlet port and tighten the hose nut. Then, slide the hose from the pool over the A adapter and tighten the thumb screw. If your pool has plunger valves, first open the lower T-joint plunger valve on the right, then the upper plunger valve on the left to let water flow through the hoses and into the system. To open the valves, turn the handles counterclockwise until they stop. If you place the black hat-shaped plugs over the nozzles inside the pool, first remove the plugs over the lower nozzles on your right, then the plug over the upper nozzle on your left. Screw the inlet jet back onto the upper nozzle and the strainers onto the lower nozzles. Make sure to replace the screws securing the strainers to the nozzles. Water flowing into the hoses and the saltwater system traps air inside. It's very important to purge the air from your system. Air trapped in the hoses can impede the flow of water and defeat the purification process. Open the air release valve at the top of your filter pump's cartridge housing. If your pump features a motor, open the valve on top of the pump motor as well. Gently shake the hoses to release trapped air. When water emerges from the release valves, close the valves finger tight. Consult your filter pump manual for complete details. You may now plug the filter pump back into the GFCI RCD electrical outlet and turn on the filter pump. Do not plug in the saltwater system. The saltwater system must be off. Add salt to the pool. Be sure to use salt that is at least 99.8% pure. Refer to the salt table in the owner's manual for the amount of salt required for your pool. You will need approximately 25 pounds of salt per 1,000 gallons of water. Pour the salt into the pool, moving around the pool until the recommended amount has been added. Brush the bottom of the pool to help dissolve the salt. Do not allow salt to build up on the bottom of the pool. Do not put salt into the skimmer. This can damage or clog the filter pump. Run the filter pump for 24 hours. Ensure that the salt has dissolved completely. The salt must be completely dissolved for the saltwater system to work properly. Once the salt is completely dissolved, plug the saltwater system into a GFCI or RCD electrical outlet. The saltwater system control unit features an automatic timer. Program the timer at the hour of the day you would like the pump to operate. The timer will then turn the system on at the same time every day for a set number of hours. Check the operating time page in the manual for the recommended number of hours to run your system. Be sure to program the filter pump to turn on at least 5 minutes before the saltwater system starts to operate, and to turn it off no sooner than 15 minutes after the saltwater system shuts off. If your pump does not have a timer, you must start the filter pump manually 5 minutes before the saltwater system starts every day. It should be turned off 15 minutes after the saltwater system has completed its cycle. Lift the cover and press the power button to turn the saltwater system on. Code 00 will appear in the control unit LED window and begin flashing, indicating the control buttons are unlocked and the timer is ready to be programmed. Press the timer button to set the number of hours, from 1 to 12, to run your system. Pressing the timer button after the display reaches 12 resets the control unit to 1. Once the recommended number of hours is displayed in the LED window, press the Unlock Lock button until you hear a beep. The control unit is now locked. Within a few seconds, the green working light will illuminate and the system will begin operation. If the Unlock Lock button is not pressed, the system will lock automatically after 1 minute and then begin operation. To change the operating hours, press the Unlock Lock button again until you hear a beep. And repeat the process, pressing the timer button for the desired number of hours. Once the system is run for the programmed number of hours, the green sleep indicator will illuminate and code 93 will flash in the LED display. After 5 minutes, the system will go into power save mode and the LED window will go blank. The green sleep indicator will stay on. 24 hours after the initial start time, the system will automatically restart its daily cycle of chlorine production. The boost function increases the amount of chlorine in your water, which improves sanitation and ensures that the system operates efficiently. Run a boost cycle after installing your system. We also recommend running the boost cycle after a heavy rain or anytime the pool becomes dirty. To start the boost cycle, press the boost button until the green boost light illuminates and 80 is displayed in the LED window, indicating that the boost cycle has begun. The boost cycle runs 8 times longer than the programmed operating hours. If your system has been set to run for 2 hours, the boost cycle will run for 16 hours. Set your filter pump to run continuously during the boost cycle. A filter pump with a timer should be switched from timer to on for the duration of the boost cycle. Remember to start your filter pump 5 minutes before running the boost cycle. You may cancel the boost cycle at any time by pressing and holding the boost button for 5 seconds. 15 minutes after the saltwater system has turned itself off, turn off the filter pump. If your filter pump has a timer, turn the power switch back to the timer position. The system and the filter pump will resume their normal hours of operation after the boost cycle has been completed. Your saltwater system also has a built-in self-cleaning cycle. The system operates using an electrolytic cell, and to prevent buildup while the system is in use, the polarity of the cell reverses to clean itself. Refer to the table in the manual for the recommended self-clean cycle time, which is based on your water calcium levels. Hard water with lots of calcium means the polarity will reverse more often than with soft water. Once you determine the recommended cycle time, press the self-clean button for 5 seconds until the LED display flashes with 10. Depending on your water calcium hardness level, press the button again for the desired times. There are only 3 cycle settings: 10 hours, 14 hours, and 6 hours. With the desired self-clean hours showing, press the lock-unlock button to lock the keypad controls and the LED display will return to the normal operating time. The system will reverse the polarity of the electrode every time according to the selected hours. Note: if you forget to lock the keypad controls, the system will automatically lock it and start working 5 seconds later. Your saltwater system is a highly advanced system which breaks down salt in the water to create chlorine. The chlorine dissolves in the water and instantly destroys bacteria and algae and oxidizes other organic materials to provide a safe, clean, and comfortable swimming experience. For your system to function at peak efficiency, you must maintain the proper salt level in the pool and check your water's chemistry weekly. The included test strips can test the free chlorine, pH, calcium hardness, and total alkalinity levels at the same time. We recommend that you test the water chemistry weekly and maintain the chlorine concentration at 0.5 to 3.0 ppm. The system's control unit will display an LED code and a buzzer will sound for 5 minutes to alert you to problems. The system will stop working if it detects low water flow, code 90, low salt, code 91, or high salt levels, code 92. The codes will be displayed for 5 minutes. You may press either the timer or the unlock lock button at any time to see the last LED code. Before proceeding with any cleaning or maintenance, make sure your saltwater system and filter pump are off and the power cords are disconnected. Close the plunger valves or replace the inlet jet and strainer with the black hat-shaped plugs to prevent water from spilling out of the pool. Your saltwater system requires little maintenance due to the self-cleaning cycles you programmed into the control unit. However, we recommend that you visually inspect the primary and secondary electrodes monthly. Clean the electrodes if they accumulate calcium or other mineral substances. Also, inspect the flow sensor periodically and clean it when necessary. Refer to the owner's manual for complete maintenance instructions. Follow your filter pump's maintenance instructions for replacing the filter cartridge as well. With proper care and maintenance, your INTEX saltwater system will give you years of clean, fresh, sparkling water.